Hey guys, this is Sarah, and I am putting you in front of the steering wheel. I don't know how long I'll be able to leave that there. Hold on, I'll move you. I'm sorry. I know this is super obnoxious, and I'm making another car video, which I'm also apologizing for. I look freaking hot mess. I apologize for that. I don't even know when I'm going to post this Rocktober video because I have a recipe going up today, and it's not really a recipe. I'm just showing you. I don't even know. You'll have already seen it by the time you see this. And then technically, this might go up tomorrow. I don't know. And then Friday, I should have a weigh-in if I can get my scale back from Brianna. This is just more of a ramble rant video. Momming is so hard. And I know you guys know that. And I know we don't have real world problems. Look at this scratch. My kid scratched my face. God bless him. He is just such a good and very sweet child. But we're just battling with these ears. So, all last night, nobody slept good. And I'm pretty sure I'll tell you that in my video that you're going to see later today. But he didn't sleep good. He kept waking up and crying and saying his ear hurts. And the funny thing about that is that last week when we got diagnosed with a double ear infection, he wasn't even doing that then. I mean, he touched his ear maybe once. Oh my goodness, I look so terrible. He touched his ear maybe once, or one of his ears maybe once or twice, but it wasn't anything that was major. He ran a very small grade temperature. Again, not even in the world of medicine now, they don't even consider you to have a fever till it's like 100.1, I think, or 101.1 maybe. I don't know. I can't even remember anymore. It's been a while since I worked in childcare, so I know that we couldn't send him home till it was like 101, or maybe it was 100.1. It was 100.5. I don't know. Anyways, if it was my child and they had anything over 98, I would want to know. I mean, 98.9. But anyways, so he did that twice last night. Well, when he finally woke up for the day, I mean, screaming, crying. Mommy, ear hurt. Mommy, kiss it. Ear hurt. Mommy, kiss it. He didn't even say that last week. I will say, in his defense, that last week when we had the double ear infection, I would ask him, does your ear hurt? And he wouldn't say one way or the other. So it amazes me that we've come to this point now in like 7 days that we know ear hurt, pain equals kiss it. So I don't know, but anyways, so we went to see our chiropractor yesterday, and we didn't go last week or the week before. My part, I missed the week before visit, and then last week we had the bout with the ears, and I just didn't reschedule his appointment, which I probably should have done. But he checks his ears every time we go. Well, he told me yesterday his ears were both still pink, and that that they weren't bad. But since he was already on the antibiotic, which keep in mind we just restarted on Monday because we had that allergic reaction to both of them, blah, 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 blah. But that if he wasn't on anything, like it wouldn't be something that he would want to call in medicine for. So, which is totally, I mean, whatever. So, I only gave him his dose of antibiotic once yesterday because I thought, well, we're getting better, and this antibiotic, I think, is hurting his bottom. We're having quite a bit of diarrhea, so only gave it to him once. And so now I'm feeling like a big, huge horse's ass for not giving my kid his medicine like I should. So this morning with all this going on, here's the deal. You just feel like I feel like if I try to take him to see somebody, I'm that hysterical mother who thinks she's the only mom in the world who's had a kid that had an ear infection. And I feel like if I don't take him somewhere to have it checked out, that I'm being a horrible mom. Like, I just feel terrible. So I called the doctor's office just to be like, hey, what are the chances that this is worse? And do you recommend anything? Just keep in mind, we only got an antibiotic. They didn't suggest drops or anything. Also, keep in mind, my doctor's office does not like to do a lot of medication. I totally understand that. I'm not, and I'm thankful for that. But I didn't talk to the nurse or the nurse practitioner, which was my friend, but I feel bad for texting her every 5 minutes to ask her questions about this ear infection. This shouldn't be that big of a deal. And I talked to the nurse, and the nurse was like, well, when did you start that back? And then I told her, we started it back on Monday. And then she's like, well, they really need a full 72 hours. But just give it to the full 72 hours. Let him get through the night and in the morning. And if it's not better, call us. We probably need to check him. And I'm like, well, I just want to make sure, you know, that there was something else I could be doing, or if you know, what the likelihood was it being worse. And she's like, well, since you did take that break from the antibiotic, I mean, it's possible it's worse, but just give it that full 72 hours. Now, let me just say this, and I know I'm ranting, and I would recommend my doctor's office to anybody, but let me throw this out there. When I thought on day three of taking the first set of antibiotics, we had these whelps pop up. It was questionable whether or not this could have been the antibiotic. But now that I'm like thinking that this ear infection's worse, they're like, oh, it takes a full 72 hours. But before, they were questioning. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm just super like, I've just run to get him some over-the-counter drops. I left him with my dad for a minute. And I cried all the way to town because I just feel like a horrible mom. And then I just keep thinking, this is not real world problems. And, I mean, it is real world problems, but I'm so thankful that this is just an ear infection and not something worse. And, anyways, all morning, he's just, even when he's playing and trying to be happy, he's touching and he's pushing and he's pushing and he's, Anyways, that's it. That's all I wanted. That was the video was about today. Nothing to do with weight loss surgery, nothing to do with keto, just real life mommy lifing hard. Mama life is hard. And, yeah. Bye.